Okay, I have a 250 Mini Plus, and I'm changing out the electronics in it. So, pretty cool. I removed all the old stuff, took the top and bottom plate off. Okay, so I have a Emax F4 Magnum I'm putting in, and prior to this I had, you know, like a CC3D in it. So I got on this plate here, the center plate. I just got the center of the plate and went, you know, 15 millimeters this way, 15 that way. Then I got the center of the plate this way and went 15 this way, 15 that way millimeters. And that's where I drilled my holes. So it gives me 30, you know, a little bit more than that, 30 and a half is what it's supposed to be, but you know, you can make a fine adjustment on that. And that's how I knew where to drill my holes. And I drilled it with 1/8 inch holes on this. So I, you know, set this in, and then I measured my wires that I'm going to need. And I'm using bullet 2 millimeter bullet connectors on. I always do use bullet connectors just so if I have a motor out, I can change it real fast, or I just like it better that way. If I have to remove this, I can just take it all out. It's just something I always do. Anyway, that's the way I do it. And so I put my battery connector on, and I think I'm using on this. I'm using 16 gauge wire on the battery and 20 gauge on the motor leads, and again 2 millimeter connectors, bullet connectors. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this way, and let me just double check my controller because it pins here, and it's gonna be like that. Wow, worked out. Arrows facing forward. I don't have to make any adjustments for that. That's kind of cool. Also, I forgot to tell you that I measured something else. Let me pull this stuff out of here. Okay, and I had already double checked this to make sure my connector, this is the back and that's the front. So it's going to be long enough. I'm going to put one of these like this right back here to hold this. Okay. We'll do that in a minute. So I have my little spacers down here. All that came with the Emax, and this is the first time I've ever used all the, you know, plastic mounting screws. We normally furnish our own with our kits, but you know, this one worked out perfect to use here. Let's see if I can get them all down there. Let's see, I may have to. Do this number. Now, I did not use all of these screws, I guess. I had to get some longer screws here for these four. Everything else I used. And I can get you a measurement on that after a while if you want. Now I'm going to have a little bit more soldering to do here. I'm going to solder my camera connection there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done, and then I'll be ready to install this, and we're rocking and rolling. Just to make sure my wires are good. They should be because I've measured them. Just double check. Yeah, that's going to work out good. Okay. Let me get busy and get this ordered, and I'll be back.